Anyways,
I started.
let's see. Do you know those areas where people are? Okay. Yeah, he's back over here. Yeah, Eric's back over at the bear.
Is there a picture of Angel when she was fighting DJ or Evelyn, whatever? That was shared, or
you can find it over in the other channel that's referred as Angelus. Over
Angel?
in the
Angelus? Not Angel.
Great. Yeah, this Angelus. Look for the thing called glitched, called corrupted/angry. That's the image you're wanting.
Alright.
Because that was the individual.
I
That's what they were.
was, expecting some sort of roided up, like, Dragon Ball Z type looking character,
Literally, he was beaten and shit out of by like I said, the person kind of vaguely looked like a biblical angel without the extra eyes. I kind of made that comment. That's why they look like a celestial being.
Well.
Yeah, he was beat up by literally the metaphorical anger angel. Anyways, if you get the joke.
Yeah.
Which is funny. But usually she only turns into that when she's mad. Or, well, corrupted. Which was what was wrong, but she only will attack individuals like the way she did, and don't care is because she was corrupted. But at the moment, she's fine now. But she's like, when that shit happens, I don't know, as long as no one makes me angry, things will be fine. Sweats bullets. If you get the joke about that one. Yeah, because that's a natural form of hers that she can just turn into when she gets mad. Usually when she gets angry, she turns red. Instead, she doesn't do that anymore. She turns into that. Los Angeles does have some new looks for things, but I'll worry about that later. But old familiar forms as well up there, but at the moment, this general situation is the Angie. The Angie state is the reason that you guys were actually dealing with. But you weren't expecting it to be anything. You were thinking it would be a lot more menacing looking, but no. Pretty much looked like he was just beating the shit out of it by a literal angel. Which is funny. Yeah, someone got beaten. I'm gonna have to make this joke. Someone got beaten the wrath out of my God. But they were malfunctioning. Oh, Catbox.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what was happening. Yeah, but what's interesting, Angel's actual self doesn't look like any of the other images that people have looked like them, but they can turn into those states. But it's not really what they look like right now. They just change into them anyway. It's like, okay, fine, I'll look like the one thing, but it's not going to make me that strong if I do. Is the running issue. Because they have not know anything about the other two states, the other primary states that they have. The actual primary state, they're a little different. But what's concerning, their eyes are still kind of goldish in color. Which is the concerning thing. But she can illusion her eyes to make them the greenish color they used to be. But that's not her actual eye color. They're supposed to be gold. They're gold now. A goldish color now is the issue. So this is going to be the running problem. Like, I have to constantly use magic to hide my identity. This is going to be draining. Okay. I realized something. I keep on forgetting about that. I'll worry about that later. It's more of an Evelyn problem. But it's going to eventually be every else's buddy's problem. Because
why must Evelyn's problems always be our problems?
It's because Angelus can't constantly hide herself. Because it actually slowly drains her energy a lot faster than people think it does. Because it's best to have her be her actual self, or it makes her actually weaker.
Ooh.
If you remember that, Lugjaw. Are you there?
Yes.
Lugjaw? If you remember that.
Yes, I know you're just working on something on the side while we do this.
I know
I am
that's...
able to multitask.
Let's see. I'm just doing some calculations to see what beans to do with. I do know. Wait a minute. Where's that map at? That has the. Is it here? Is it this? No. Why is it black at this? Nope. I think that map got deleted. Okay. There it is. I'm trying to find the place where you are. I just wish it took me where I want. I think I lost the map that had your thingy. My brain's having a moment right now. Catbox. As I notice you're not where you're supposed to be, and I'm having a hard time finding where you originally were. Is it in the road section?
Would have been on the map.
Ah, there you go. It was just lagging. Sorry. Come on. Go on there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was trying to get you over there, but why is it not loading? Load. Okay, I found load. Want to turn any later?
This section here would actually be less forest and more plains-ish. If anything, more like sparse forests. Or separated
But there's a reason.
plains, so.
Generally, but there's a reason why there's trees there instead of actually being plains. It's because of a certain tree I indicated you to put there.
Yeah, well that's like... That's over here,
Yeah, but
right?
too bad
That's
you can't-
that.
Yeah, but no, that tree actually does stuff. Not there. It's this weird little shaped one that's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, that's when I pointed out.
Yeah, that one. It has a weird property where it makes forests occur in a certain area, but it only seems to be bordered where if there's water.
Mhm.
Or a hard border, like stone. Mountains. So that's why only reason why it's like the way it is. So this area makes sense. Slowly starting to be more thinner like it's supposed to. And on the other side is supposed to be thin as well, with no trees. The only reason why trees are somewhat getting into these areas is because of this place, and seeds get blown out of this area and plops into these areas. But they don't, then they die because they actually are not supposed to be in those areas. Because it doesn't make sense. Because this is kind of an enchanted forest. Which, sadly, I don't think someone knows that.
I don't know where to buy it.
He says he told them there was a magic tree there. Elf tree there. If you see the issue with that. Magic tree, elf tree. Usually those trees belong to the quote-unquote certain type of elves that do have those type of trees. So, yay! So there's this a weird tree that makes forests. Anyways, as he continues his journey to this little area, because that's the area he's trying to get to, because that's the next location he's going to be able to make a bridge without having problems.
Yeah, this is where he's going next.
Then he has to go through the oddly thick forest where there shouldn't be a thick forest. Anyways, I bet when he's coming through here, he thought it would look like this. But when he gets closer to that area, he's just see this thick jungle that shouldn't be there.
Alright.
I think he has about a couple more days, or a day or and a half to get over there, maybe, to get to at least the water. And also, my housemate's screaming. No, you do not fall asleep, phone. And I guess, as in Eric, my brain's having a brain.
Yeah.
Alright. You have your own little interesting shenanigans you need to do to-do lists on your own if you remember them. Well, we'll get to you in a minute. And I guess someone and Yobo is just going between locations and found someone, and just casually catching up with them, and does indicate that there's certain individuals around, but you have to figure out that stuff later. Or it's Lovejaw, if you heard what I said.
Yep, I heard you. Because knowing her, she's gonna be like, alright, well, what dumbass do I gotta go find next?
Oh, I know that. Also, aren't you supposed to go interact with the other town, the cities?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Even though someone's being a strange butt right now, but I don't think I think the issue is, so it's like, it's more not our fault, it's more someone's fault, and but sadly we're all going to take the fault, I'll take the hit if you don't leave. Anyways.
What do you mean we're all gonna take the fault?
Oh, remember that weird rain that we had?
What weird rain? She's just confused.
You mean the Peachberry Rain?
Like, oh yeah, right.
It may have killed all of the known things that build a proper immune system.
Wait, what?
You know how that goes. And so because since and that happened, there's a risk of something horrible going to happen, and because of that happened, that's why she seems to be upset, because she knows that something horrible is going to happen. It's another way they actually stop it.
She's like, it's not my fault that she decided to do it all over the planet. I meant to do it over one tiny area. One area. My fault he blew it out of proportion and did the whole planet.
That's what they all say.
She's like, that's like remove the bullet from my leg, and they just cut the whole foot off.
Like I said, remember Shin's like, hasn't been, sorry, he let you know, I learned he's been asleep for quite a while, and let you know he's only been awake for about 3 years, actually. From my knowledge, generally, of everything. If you want to be accurate. So he's, and he realizes he fucked up with, like, I can't undo it. Because he actually can't. Because he doesn't have those type of abilities. But sadly, this world is strange, and it's also in a tree that they can't undo it on. They already are going a different direction on the tree, because he made a different timeline. Because of that reason.
Oh no! Shit.
He's like, Bill. He's like, scratch his head, like,
Oh, I guess we're not the primary timeline of that tree anymore.
Which is hilarious. Mistakes were made.
An attempt was made.
He was trying to help, and he got frustrated. And also Chen was dealing with the crankies, and we found a way to solve it permanently.
Moral of the story.
But it was a little late.
Don't help.
Don't ask him to assist with that situation when he's still rubbing the metaphorical sleepies from his eyes. And not been around for a while, and so he doesn't know exactly the historical situations that's been going on until he actually thoroughly reads it. Even though he says some things he knows that were fine for him to fix, but there's some stuff he shouldn't. That was accidental. I think it's because he only did it at. I think he did it out of instinctual or frustration. I think it was actually what's the word?
Frustration.
It was frustration. As he's getting annoyed, kept on getting annoyed when that town kept on getting,
destroyed
every single time. But instead, he's kind of unintentional. Because every timeline, that town falls to the same thing. You get the idea.
Yeah, get rid of the
Where
problem.
they lose. The problem is actually because of certain. It's actually caused something upstream from where they are.
That's what we did with the Venturers Guild in Frumpy's campaign, right? They kept getting, attacked by cultists, so we took care of it by getting rid of the guild. Problem solved. Now there's no guild to hurt.
Yeah, but this is a little worse than that, though.
This is mosquitoes. You can't really fight mosquitoes yet well. Because there's a fucking bajillion of them and they're diseased.
And they have, and also, well, generally they are more stabilized and they don't usually, as the outbreak doesn't happen as often, when they have something that actually preys upon them that isn't being eaten by people.
Meanwhile, Lomo is probably still over with that one tribe, teaching them how to be actual people.
You know, that wonderful situation there. At least she's not just sitting on her butt doing nothing. At least she won't be bored.
I mean, at least she's getting energy out of it.
Yes. Yeah. Anyways, science.
But yeah, I guess Gilb was like, yeah, well, Christopher, it's nice to see you again.
Also, if you ever see Alfred, can you tell him to stay at stay wherever he is? Because Angelus is looking for him.
She was like, if I ever come across that Ditzy do, I swear he was always a little flighty.
No, he's too devoted is his issue.
When you're too helpful.
Which is actually a positive thing about him, and two, there's also a negative trait about him at the same time.
Because he won't stay still for 5 minutes.
Anyways, good luck. I need to go pick up the metaphorical trash. Anyways.
He's like, alright.
Meanwhile, let's see what's going on.
Yeah, I guess Gilbo would go to the actual city, I guess.
Or the first city that she's supposed to go to, and which is actually, I don't really have I forgot to make those things, because you don't really need that, but I would need it for when others in the visit, though. Because
I mean, really, all she's gonna get to do is go from district to district and just get the gems.
Not all cities. Remember, there's more than one city up there. There's actually 3 normal cities and 4 normal cities and 1 metropolis.
Okay, I guess she's gonna go to the first normal city. What happens when they get there?
There's nothing special other than this place actually has a name.
Oh, great! I can add it to my list.
But it has a very comical name. You know the joke name a place that's referred as Honk? I don't know if you remember that reference. But remember, there is a town called that. It was a town that became a city called that. Then winds up becoming a metropolis later. But is this called Honk? Yes. It's because it's actually named after someone that has a last name called Honk.
This is the name of
Yeah.
Could you imagine though if your last name was
A noise. As in,
No,
you know, a goose.
I was doing the peaky. I was doing the
Was
peaky
he-
thing
was
for
he a
penis,
duck?
where it goes. Like if your last name was Dick,
Hmm.
then it would be Dick City.
Yeah, there's a city. This is a city you have gone to is a small city, and it's the city of Honk.
It's the city of Honk. So, okay, who the fuck do I have to talk to in this fucking stupidly named city?
Get the top to
All
Lord
right, where's the person in charge?
Lord Honk. There it's the whatever it's the quote unquote mayor, obviously of the city.
He goes in, and she's like,
One
Honk,
second,
Honk.
Here's the image in a second.
But she's gonna do a stupidly fucking hilarious joke. Oh my god. She's gonna be like, honk honk, and motherfucker.
They're in the leader section of the unique NPCs.
Oh boy, honk honk. Mm. And like Yelbo's like, hello.
I don't know if you looked at the image or
Yeah,
not.
I do. He's dressed interestingly. And she's like, hello there, Mr. Honk.
Oh. Oh. You're the new Duchess, aren't you? That's in charge of our area, aren't you?
Yep.
Yes. That's just remind me, because when follow me, I need to get, because you ran across the knot I was at his building just outside, because someone pointed out that these. Well,
She follows him.
hmm. Anyways, I guess he takes him generally. Goes to this really this place is interesting. These buildings are a little. Other ones you see in last places, they seem more normal, but these ones seem to be more focused on the proper crystalline stuff. But the themes of this place kind of reminds you of properly and a more. If someone made a city that seemed to be interrelated with trees more, but it's just not a very big one. It's just a small city, but because they're not only thing that's interconnected between places seem to be like some sort of crystalline stuff. But if you look at it closer, they made it look like wood.
Ah, interesting.
I like textured, so it actually, and also that color, so it actually, and gently like put certain other sort of things so the tree can stay healthy while they're inside of it, as in grow still and get nutrients and everything without dying. And then he goes to this office. But notice the theme of everything. Mostly everything's like, you would think he just went into a freaking elf village city, but you know it's not. But if you get the idea, they're kind of inspired, but has a little flair because of the runes, the typical runes because of the aura magic that typically the Podling Spheres use that are part of intertwined with their buildings, which is the only thing that's a wood elf / forest elf won't do. And little traces of thaumaturgy. Because normally if someone held it out of a tree, it would actually kill it. But if someone did some weird little magic, like what they did, the tree's still alive. It's because it's just the outer area. Because there's like this thin a bit of wood, then there's the bark on the outside. This enough to actually keep the tree alive, some magical reason. And then there's like these runes everywhere on it. That's what his office looks like. Because let you know, this gentleman isn't small.
I know, he's a power sphere. They're big.
Yes, you remember how big Song was? She was like 30-something. This gentleman is 60 feet tall.
He's like,
which is not,
wow, you're big.
Yeah, but not new to you, because you know they get around that size where you spiritually originally came from as well at one point.
Like, why is everyone? He's like, man, I feel really inadequate as the distance when everyone else is taller than me.
Huh? It's fine. He just like sits. Well, it was just getting you one of these. Let's see. See, the one that he gives, the thing that he give you was a it is elemental crystal, but the one he gives you was a Farhawk was literally a wind element of the one. Well, this is what you needed, so you can come back and visit. So I don't think she's ever going to be happy after a certain mess up of a certain someone. Anyways, Snickers.
Hey, it's a good thing we're technically rock and gemstone, huh? We ain't got to worry about it. Everyone else does.
Apparently.
It's like she's like, well, thank you for your time. I'm gonna head to the next city.
Which is going to be would be one of the, would be a large one, and so would be the next city after the next two cities, and then there will be a huge city. Then there will be the metropolis.
Right.
At least there's more proper roads between places instead of the weird dirt ones that she has to follow that were destroyed by dragons. That actually look like, well, they look like they're roads, but they actually look like they actually have the crystalline bricking that's into it, so it lasts longer. Which, if you notice, the more city there is, the roads are more maintained. Or natural, really, in the thing. Because they had because those areas are new locations, so that's why they didn't have proper roads to them yet. They were working on that eventually, but it doesn't help when something wants to burn things.
I think Double makes a joke, everything was peaceful, and then the Dragon Nation attacked.
Also, didn't that happen? I think that happened before at one point.
Yeah, it's like, I'm just upset that I didn't encounter any, because I was hoping I could get there, kill at least one of them, so that I could eventually end up going back to the one town and have Kaze do me a favor by making me a dragon skin scabbard for my Azanite sword.
That's fine. Yeah, good luck with them to the other location.
Like, alright, honk. Honk it out. Like the joke and just...
He just rubs the bridge of his nose.
She goes off and goes to the next city. Where you can let the mayor go, oh my god. This is the new Duchess. That's when you know you're doing your job well. Makes you question your life choices.
I should have become a doctor like my mom suggested.
So I guess she's gonna head for the next city.
Which that might take a little bit. In proceed. But at least you don't have to worry about things, because there's like random little small things along the way, which is kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
As in, along the way there's pit stops, you know, like little, even though there's no gasoline or anything, but they will make you remind you of gas stations, but they're not really gas stations.
She's like, huh.
But they look a little out of place in this area, out in this time period. As in this subsection of area, it seems a little more advanced versus the other part of the island.
She's gonna investigate. That's weird.
You realize? I'm gonna have to make a joke. It reminds you. I know I can't say 7-Eleven, but it's like 11 to 7. It reminds me of one of those places.
You can say something. There's something that you know. They're not gonna be like, "Oh, they said our brand name. They can't do that. You can't say the name of our brand."
I know. Usually you can't. I don't know. It's generally like a 7-Eleven.
I mean, you know how many times 7-Eleven appears in animes?
A lot.
Yeah.
I don't think they usually care. I know several others do, but because they're butts. But this is actually one of the things that, because I realized it's literally a 7-Eleven.
She's like, I wonder if they have snacks.
I mean, what?
That's in my.
What? What did you say? Repeat that?
I wonder if they have snacks.
Okay, snacks. I heard something very different.
You need to
What
clean
if
your
they
ears
have-
out.
It's like, what if they have sex? Wait, what? Why would a gas station be peddling prostitutes?
I don't know. I mean, what kind of 7-Elevens? I don't know. You could have been going to different 7-Elevens than I have been.
Yes, a woman who was soliciting mixed sex at the drive-thru.
Would you
but they
like
didn't- they
Nick
didn't
Fries
know
with that
gas
mixed
stations.
sex, ma'am?
Instead of what's interesting, since they don't have gas stations, they have little area like feeding stations for like pull animals and that stuff instead.
She goes over there and she's like, I wonder what kind of munchies they have over here.
They have they have like mostly it's just homemade things that are just in little like. And it reminds you of a deli, like kind of like things that are just little that are just sealed in containers that are like that typically would be at a 7-Eleven, but it's all like natural.
Yeah, she's checking to see what there is.
It's if you realize it's just a comically just a general goods store.
She buys all of the, she buys all the pastries. There.
Which I
She's
think
like, these
that
are these are mine now.
Even though if you do that, let me do a calculation. I think if you did, I think it would cost you like if you bought all the pastries in that store, I think it would cost you 2 gold pieces.
She's doing it. She's
I was
doing it
about to be
now.
like, if it costs you too much, just be like, hey, I'm the new Duchess of this land. You should probably, just, I'll let taxes go a little bit if you hand it over for free.
Yeah,
We
that's
have
like,
done it.
yeah, but I also let you know, did you also would like some fried chicken?
She's like, how much? She's like, how much you got?
And
Just like pulls you up back, like, hey, you want some fried chicken? I got spicy. I got Louisiana barbecue. I got plain. And I got
and
ghost
also,
peppers.
sadly, and also I have also an organic cup, so it will biodegrade without causing bad problems to the environment as well.
You also got
All
biscuits.
right, that-
Sadly, only a fizzy lemonade though. Hmm.
She's like, how much? She's like, wait, how much fried chicken you got?
Sadly, at the moment, we only have like 50 pounds, but we only, sadly, someone bought all of the honey barbecue though, so we only have plain.
She's like, it's that
His name
John
was
Tronny
Leroy.
And then she gets more likely orders a large lemonade, a large
Yeah.
Two number 9 large.
She's like, extra thick.
And I think
Double
A
stick.
number 9 with extra dip.
on me at one point that someone else visits there and like, what is this stuff? Because there is another supply chain that is unique to the Podling Spears. It is that company.
Let me
It
tell you.
just has-
They're like, what is this shit? And
It is starting to creep up in other locations, but less advanced looking.
then the Gilbo says, well, before I go, a quick question. Do you guys have any, like, things of iced tea or anything?
No, because someone bought it all.
Oh,
Well-
that's okay.
Some our lovely goddess did. Even though we were going to give it to her for free, but she still paid for it anyways.
Like, okay.
She'd still pay for it, though she didn't have
Like,
to.
Do you have? Well, then do you have like any like other prepaid soda besides lemonade?
Peach.
She's like, don't repeat the JonTron meme. I everything.
And then, okay, I think if you do actually that, let me do some calculations now. If you do that, he does the.
So like, Peach,
There we
write
go.
that down, write that down.
I think you do buy exactly the barrel. They do come in barrels, just like normal.
I don't care. The gun in my bag. The gun in my bag. Not like I gotta worry about carrying it.
I know. It's just saying. Let me see. Just have to go get. And like you just. Here you go, man. Just like get this like, literally this barrel that would maybe weigh like 3 tons.
She just puts it on the bag and like.
And if this cost, so that would cost you 5 gold pieces and 6 silver.
She just pays for everything. She's like, bam. I'm like, bam. That's nuts.
Anyways,
If Ulrich was there, he would have had a fucking heart attack.
well, knowing him, he'll try to buy all the cookies.
I think he would,
Like,
especially the good
it'd be funny.
cookies.
It'd be funny if Bill was like, wait. And she's like, wait. And she's like, wait, do you still have cookies, or did I buy those already?
No, I bought all the baked goods already.
Okay. Just double checking.
I think we have left just the rations, but they're kind of getting funky. I might have to throw those out.
She's like, wait, how old are they? What kind?
They're the standard deer ones, but they've been in here for like longer than they usually do. Some reason someone didn't seal them properly, so they got moisture in them, and then you get the idea.
Oh, to JonTron one last time, and she finishes with, because I don't want you to be burdened with them.
But he actually discounts them, so they only cost like only like a silver piece for the whole stock, because they're kind of going bad.
She pays for it. She starts dumping it into her bag. He's like, she's basically bought out pretty much the whole fucking store at this point.
Only thing that's remaining, I think, is just water, which I don't think she needs to worry about that.
Nope. She's like, all right. Thank you for the business. Thank you for your time.
Also, things that Podlings bears eat, then she doesn't really need it. So.
Yeah, because I've already eat gems and shit. I just eat the stuff that comes out of my own ears.
There's or certain food items that are classified as baked items, but he didn't give those to you. He kind of gave you the normal baked stuff. So the only baked things that are left are just the stuff that Podlings bears eat.
The Podlings bears are gonna be like, all the good shit come in, and they're like, all the good shit's gone.
Alright, I just need to get more flour. But sadly, we're having issues with that because of the, dragons. Anyways. But some of the stuff has been going bad, so he's not been able to make proper rations at the moment. So those rations now, he's a lot of shit that kind of went haywire. He's gonna get stuff eventually from the one thing, a shipment anyways, of stuff from where she's eventually winding up anyways. of like
I
stuff.
just
Because he has,
imagine that.
because he has a
though.
full-on, because he kind of lives in a store. The guy
I just
does.
imagine though that every time she reaches one of those pitch ups, she does the same thing.
Yeah, because there's like is more of them around, and like the places that they do exist is very particular locations, but only places. But it's because they have a certain business practice, but only thing they don't exist at is because someone's company owns too much property over in a certain area. Meaning someone's father's company.
Too much property. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because that's why they haven't actually tried to get anything over there. Because they have nowhere they can put it. You know, Cheska's kind of took up most of that over there.
Well, there's land. Buy land. Put one up.
Yeah, they would in a minute. They just started though. So they're like,
Besides,
so they're built.
it'd make it easier if you worked with the family business.
At the moment, it's because they haven't having issues getting across because of the incident of the water to the dragons. Because that company actually originated from that region.
It's more the problem with the dragons than the ocean.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, no, because they have the ocean incident. Two, also the dragons. Mostly the dragons, though. That's their problem. So they can go a different direction and go to the capital, but they will have to teleport that area there. But they sadly don't really have a dock over there. Is the issue. And the only way they would be able to transfer things over, they would have to go over to where you guys are, then go to the docks over nearby on the other side over there to get across to the ocean. But
So
they
you're
can't
telling
because of the
me
dragons.
they could use a dock somewhere like the land Alex is gonna try to get?
Is working on, because that's the issue right now. Because remember there was a conflict that caused a lot of things to explode, so they don't really have much places they can transfer things from at the moment.
I just imagine.
Sometimes things explode.
What?
That happens.
But here's the thing. Here's the big thing. This would be a great time for some good old-fashioned propaganda to blame all of the ship destruction and the ship sinkings on the bad dragons, which would then rally more people to the cause of getting rid of the bad ones. And then the problem kind of solves itself.
She did actually did actually announce this on who they were back at a certain guild, though. Just let you know. But no one read the board.
Ha! Who needs to read the build?
At the First Adventures Guild.
Gilbo's excuse was he didn't have enough time. Was trying to get away from Alex. For obvious reasons.
Yeah, that was left in there. I don't know why. Better.
I'm not sure what Alex ever did to you. Besides, like, you know, a lot of things.
Beans. Meanwhile, I think it's time to hop to whatever. Well, let's see if there's actually going to be an encounter over here at this point. Oh, there isn't. So you're not going to have any experiencing anything.
I'm just having a nice
Cat
adventure.
logs. Again. Tell it's nighttime. It's always the problem. It only happens at night.
Right.
Or the temporal, some random reason.
Hmm.
Which
I am just having a nice adventure.
Nice adventure.
3-hour tour, you could say.
A nice adventure of being passed around like a blunt.
Pass around like a balloon. See, all I'm doing is I'm just enjoying a little vacation with
Okay.
my maid that I'm totally not gonna try to sleep with.
God, dude.
you already dealt with you already experienced 2 angry pickles so far in your adventure. Yeah.
Okay,
And
tell me,
dealt with a
you
little bit of
have
pandemic.
you have a cute maid. What else you supposed to do with it? I mean, like, just saying.
Hmm. Anyways, that's what I'm saying. I mean, not the exciting thing. In fact, this whole let you just enjoy your peaceful ride. And then see if there's
Yay!
anything
Peaceful
else.
adventure.
There's my sticky note. My virtual sticky note. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to notice anything. It's kind of hard to notice anything while you're in that wagon anyways. Unless you somehow desire to sit on top of it.
No, he wouldn't. He's too
Yeah.
busy talking to his maid anyways. That's all he's been doing this entire time anyways, is just talking with her.
Yeah, because being inside the wagon kind of weakens your ability to sense stuff
Mhm.
a little bit. That's why.
Also probably ignoring anything Vesca says.
Hmm. Meanwhile, man, let's. I guess we get to see what the agendas of their certain Fox individual instead. After figuring out that there's a lot of stuff that needs to be fixed, but you're the only one, the man with the tools. But
Well,
sadly, he's like,
Can you fix it?
hey, oh. But only downside, he only has 1 battery.
yeah. True.
Because he knows like how to actually solve the issue. So if another something like that happens, this will reinforce its area. Is that weird crystalline concrete like combination? Because it'll make the structures a little stronger, and also having a little thin layer of that crystal on the outside also will make the building a little stronger too. If you understand how useful that stuff is.
Yeah.
But he's at the moment, that's a lot of work for one individual to do, even if it's just him.
Yeah.
But he can try his best to do things, or he can figure out where the things so he can make things a little faster and easier by looking for your shiny rock friends. Or you can always ask if you know where their kingdom would be.
Would it be quicker to go get them?
Well, and then you also may have a mental realization. The blacksmith is one.
Oh.
Let's say, yeah, mental realization. You left the oven on.
Oh.
Because if you remember, he was different from everyone else, and his eyes, for some reason, crystalline. And then now, since he has his memory back, he just realized the blacksmith is one of them.
Oh.
But he's still, because he has his memory back. Because that's the only way you can tell if they're a podling sphere is their eyes.
Oh. Oh wait, yeah, there's two. The pastor or whatever he calls.
The priest. He's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're kind of like a rare little other. There you have crystalline eyes. That's how you can tell.
All right, time to go bother the good old blacksmith in. But first things first, I want to open up my book because I just got this thing and I just got back.
Yeah, I got a book once, and there was nothing in it.
No, he wants to wait. What? No, and he's wondering like, wait, why is he not? Wait, oh right, I forgot. I just got him back. Let me open this again. Hello. Look at the running joke because he actually knows the name of the entity in the book. Which is going to be funny to everyone else. The running joke, the name of possibly the entities of your objects.
Is Eric's wasn't more fine talking to his objects talking to him.
Yeah, he does. But it's the names of them. It's going to be hilarious. They're references to certain things.
Alrex has a problem with his objects talking to him.
No, that's just the voices talking to you in your head.
They haven't talked to him in a while.
That's just the voices in your head.
That's what he thought.
He stopped talking to him. Sorry to get the demons out of my head.
That's what they started talking to him. He's like, okay, I think we're driving him crazy. I think we should, not for a while.
And he realizes this is artifacts that he's required that are just entities inside of them. He's like, well.
Well.
Like I said, you do. When he does open again, because when you first open it, usually the page would have been blank, but when he opens it again, the pages are. He just is greeted with a typical. Normally, because since it's out of character, it looks like an Excel sheet, except if it was done on paper. Because originally it had nothing in it when he first opened it, but now when he opened it again, it does.
I'll just scan the person reading the book.
And he's like, "Hello, sir. Wait, where is everybody else?"
What do you mean, everyone else?
Why am I a book?
Yeah, good question. I don't know.
The better question is, why is the book talking?
He actually knows that it talks, but he is sitting there like, damn it, we're in a medieval time period, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Let's see. Let me calibrate this for a second. Oh, okay. We do have certain individuals, maybe this just because sadly there's only 2 in this entire town.
Yeah.
Let's see. And one of them actually isn't mortal.
Oh. Interesting.
But he's just humble. Interesting. Is that what that's it? Well, don't know why he does that. And ironically, he's actually the blacksmith.
Oh.
You were thinking about a bit ago.
Go pay this blacksmith a visit, shall we?
Yeah.
Help us.
Yeah. The guy that actually was a blacksmith isn't actually mortal. The whole entire time. He's actually there. The reason why he maybe was away because maybe he had to go do something.
Yeah.
Because he is still a quote unquote, what he meant by not mortal is the indication that he is a divine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he pretty much just kind of split after the earthquake in the eyes.
No, he's trying to figure out what the heck are you guys doing? Because he went to go making his stuff is okay. Because he's connected to very specific things. that
Yeah.
character is. But because he didn't really introduce who he is, other than you've seen who he was, but he just he went to make sure his things that he's connected to was fine. That's why he was gone.
Mm.
And then he returned. He would be back now, and just casually fixing certain things. He's just like, I guess you just see him like forging things, like mass forging like nails and things.
Mm.
That's what he's doing.
Must be for the reconstruction. Hey, what's up, blacksmith? Yeah,
Yeah,
need
he
your
could
help.
tell his present. Yeah, he's definitely. Definitely, you could tell what he is. He's definitely edified.
Yeah.
But he seems to be very humble compared to most individuals.
Good.
Anyways.
All like egotistical, cocky divines. I don't want to deal with God beings. Not fun.
Mastermind. And you can see, interesting. Wait, he's not even connected to blacksmithing. That's fascinating. He just does it as a hobby.
Respect.
Anyways, why is he not in this dimension? I should know he's a god that's connected to the Feywild.
Hmm. What's he
so that
doing
maybe-
here? Blacksmithing.
Anyways, like hello, it seems as you got your marbles back.
Yeah, I walked through a desert to find it. Thankfully, I had some company who may or may not have kept trouble away.
Frost, the only one of the unique demis of her kind of still seems to be kind of moody out of all of them. I'm not too sure why. The one that always seems to have don't give a fuck expression.
Hmm.
Even if he has food that doesn't seem to fit the time period. But they just call him that he's a demi, so he has ways to get weird things that no one else can get, so they don't question him.
Right.
Anyways. Well. So,
So,
let me guess, you're trying to figure out how to get to where my people are.
yes. I need them.
They're having a little issue right now.
What's your issue?
They're having a populace issue. And only Doc that I do know that's on the other side is near the lower half, nowhere of the country that's nowhere near the capital.
Oh, interesting.
And to go there, you have to walk through literally a metaphorical wasteland to get to them.
Oh. Is there no other easier way to get to them?
Well, you would have to get a device, a teleportation device that we use at the moment, or those weird things that were known as magic rings you put gemstones in that lets you teleport between places.
Yeah.
At the moment, sadly, I'm only allowed to make the ones that are the silver ones right now, because they think the gold ones are too advanced. He does the quotations as well when he says them. Even though I swear someone's already cheesing it somewhere, because I swear I saw a 7-Eleven secretly built somewhere over in the because that, if you remember that, in their culture they kind of copied it from the actual Earth humans, but in their thing it's generally kind of the rigidly from their code. They're the ones that rigidly made 7-Eleven. The Falling Spruce Den. But they know in this code it came from humans. instead. It's kind of complicated. I don't know. It just means we have some individuals. It's fine. But I don't know if you have. I know I could give you. Essentially, you know you're still a champion, but I can't give you that much of a discount for it. It's still going to cost you platinum pieces, which I know you don't have.
Bummer. Can I? That's fine.
If you can get me the medal. But I don't. That's well, I'm not sure. Certain companion you have might be able to assist you on that one.
Oh. Let me guess.
He's like, yeah, his in other words, professor.
Oh yeah.
He's like, let's see. Well, if you actually get me in like certain the variant that I'm not supposed to get, the stuff I'm not supposed to give you to, I'll still make it anyways, because it's actually better than the other one. Because it's because you can put any amount of gems on them, which is the gold ring. But you do know we need the Antimentine if you want to be able to leave the world and come back. And Roserite if you want to have the same property of the gold. But the only thing I would very different. I don't think we have any way to properly mine that Roserite at the moment. And if you want an ingot of it, that stuff costs a single piece of 5 pieces of platinum. Because people barely know how to actually get it themselves. Even the Thessians right now. That is the issue. You're also, well, so better off to at least try and get Antimentine. I know where mine is, but I think it might be a ghost town at the moment.
Oh.
But I do have something that might make it easier to get over there, but I still would need the resources for at least 4 a teleportation ring.
Okay.
So I can give you the gem to get you over there.
All right.
In other words, he needs at least a value of enough silver. I think he needs at least a half like a third, like about enough silver. But he can't use his coins. He actually has to get raw silver.
Right.
Somehow. And that's what he needs to find. And then he'll be able to. He's one of the few individuals that can smith and make it enchanted because, quote unquote, he's him. But if it's a normal blacksmith, sadly, he will have to make the ring and have you go take it to. You would actually have to take it to an enchanter, like jeweler, like person. Normally. Which sadly, the only individual I know that knows how to make things like that, sadly, is also all the way over there. There's that woman moved across the ocean and over there. Because no one else has picked up the practice yet. So only a few individuals know how to do it. It's classified as a semi-noble item versus a normal, common thing that someone would have.
Right.
That's why everyone has to go everywhere the hard way. But we never changed the prices of the rings later on. But things they get easier to get, though.
Well, I can just go get the raw silver for you to just make the ring and just inlay the jewel in. That just seems easier than making another long journey.
Yep. Which I do know. Only thing you have to watch out for certain canids that you may have heard of. You know, the certain bone walls.
Yeah, I've heard.
That's the only issue
That's fine.
of that area.
It's okay. I think I'll manage. I just need a pickaxe, and I'll just let my guide take me there.
Well, I could have lend you one. You just remember to bring it back.
Oh, I can do that.
He gives you a he just gives you a mage crystal pickaxe.
Hmm.
You know, you could make it itself, but something tells you this is a decent quality one.
Hmm.
So here you go. Good luck. I'll see you when you get back if you don't get chewed on.
I'll see you later. Oh, how much silver are you gonna need? Do I know how much?
At least at the minimum we need, you could at least try to get at least a value of at least a ingot worth, just in case. Because if you do, it won't, and you can. Only thing you would have to pay for is actually the gem.
Okay.
That part of it, which it would be wouldn't be that bad. But only thing, if you give me more, it would be actually a little cheaper.
I can get you more than do that to offset the cost.
Is what it is, because the more resources you have get them from the mine, because it will actually might pay for, because the typical value of someone would normally pay for it is 25 platinum pieces, he sells them.
Okay.
Normally. If you can find a way to get that much worth of silver, actually you can get it for free.
Okay.
Because he always needs the silver for that stuff of making them anyways. For other people. Because he's been having Ruse Blast for it, but he's out of silver. He could go do it himself, but it'll be easier to have someone. That will be cheating. Because it would be better to have someone go do it. Even though many people know he kinda is a divine, like, I'm not being lazy. I just need you to go have an adventure. And actually do something. Listen, if you make me do it, you're going to pay for the full price.
I mean, yeah, and I don't have enough to pay for the full price, so I'd rather just go out and get you the silver and then basically just get it for free.
Yes, that's the point.
Yeah.
And, yeah, but nobles usually have money anyways to pay for it.
Yeah.
But also, they don't understand when I don't have the actual resources to make it. They sometimes get a bit annoying. And also, then people wonder why I don't turn them into a frog or something. But I don't. Instead, I just let them rant at my ears off of it, and then they get annoyed and walk away. Anyways. And unintentionally, someone actually seeing that I was being bullied, and someone else unintentionally gets a little angry at them, which is really funny, though. Then they turned into a popsicle. The mayor doesn't like being bothered like that. Nice. Good luck. Anyways, and he's like, Yeah, sure. He's like he just during this time. I think your Professor XL is actually calculating the where they need to go. He's like, it's actually not that far, and he's like, oh, I see what they mean by dozens that are not friendly.
Yeah.
There might be a few in the area, but I don't know. They're not in exactly the location, but we could stumble upon them along the direction there. It indicates that it's with some sort of little, like a little indicator with a, for like in clairvoyance in like Skyrim, you'll temporarily made a little magic like arrow point that way.
Yeah.
Then it will go away. It's like straight out that direction, sort of the mountain or range over there, which might take a bit to get to, but I think we have enough resources. I think.
Okay. Well, if we're fine, then let's just go ahead and start heading out. I'd rather get this done as soon as possible.
Also, I know, because along the way there's also some wild food items we can also find and eat.
Okay.
Yeah, we could, since there's certain. Also learned, I learned that one unique fruit exists around here that's edible. That also gives you all the nutrients you need by just eating one.
Yeah.
So, and I sense that there's some along the way to that location, but also it's a road that leads to that location, because there is actually a mine over there, but people are been kind of avoiding over there because they're afraid of dealing with the bone wolves. You could just take that a hunting quest thing from the board.
Oh, yeah. If they're gonna be over there, I might as well just pick up a hunting quest for those wolves, huh? Get a little bit of extra cash.
Yes.
Yeah.
The wolves.
Because they are a menace to society.
And Alex has
Alright, so I'd be
friend.
knocking out 2 birds with one stone. Let's pick up one of those quests. Hopefully they're not too difficult to deal with.
Alex.
It's just at least you get paid for each pelt you bring back, but you can keep the pelt. It's just indicating that you killed them.
Right. And do I need to bring anyone along for this quest?
Yeah, you just need to bring her along. You have to go do that. You know that little paper. You know that little thing that has like little paper. You pull it off and take it to the desk lady.
Yeah.
It's you just need to hand that to her. Then she'll just indicating that once you just bring back, you get paid for each. It tells what the quest is. When you after talking to her, you just have to bring back. You get paid for how many wolves you actually pelts you bring. Wolves you bring back.
Right. So I don't need to kill a specific amount. Just bring back X
X amount, and you will get a certain amount. And usually the amount of value per wolf is about, I think it's like 3 gold pieces for the whole entire animal.
Okay. Sounds good. Then yeah, let me just go pick up one of those quests then.
So, and if you bring back 1, it's still 3 gold pieces.
That's true. So if there's a bit of them, I better get to carving.
Because let you know the whole entire thing's actually worth something. Oh,
Yeah.
and you find it's actually called alpha. If you bring back its core, it's actually worth a platinum piece.
Ooh, interesting. Glad to know there's money to be made from carving up monsters.
Certainly
Wolves aren't really
with
monsters, but
those bone wolves are those are just evil entities that shouldn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
But they are a valuable resource, but they actually really want them to go away. But if they are gone, they're not going to be upset that they're gone, because there are things better than them.
Alex
Right.
will be
But-
happy. He holds a deep, deep hatred for them.
He had to deal with the bigger versions of them.
They
Mhm.
trapped him in a cave for a month.
Oh,
Mm. Well, I guess so, since you're going early, you're going to be going into a, what is it? A road. It's in the section. I'm just going to get a square. Square. Yeah. Oh. This. This after. I'm just gonna. This will give you a road to go on too, so I can have a traveling thing
right.
and like a map. Let's see. There you. There you go. Because this way, after you get it, you'll just be traveling. Because it's a road that straightly goes to the location, but I don't really have a proper map for that location.
Oh,
But I'm just using this as a battle map.
right. Okay.
So if there's encounters and things.
Right.
It's a nice, peaceful journey.
I think it's gonna be peaceful. I've been having nothing but peaceful.
But you're also by yourself, and only kind of by yourself. At least you know how to throw magic now.
Yeah, that's true. I do have magic.
I
and just check out.
Wish for you to have a peaceful D&D journey to your next town.
Oh, I'm not. I don't think I'm going to a town. I'm going to a mine.
That's
Gotta
the
mine some
worst
silver.
thing in Cursed Soul and D&D is I wish for you to have a peaceful journey to your next location.
True. Imagine just nothing going on, just having a peaceful journey.
Yeah,
Everything goes
yeah.
right. Then
Imagine,
you get to the demon
imagine
lord,
just, like,
and
you know, having so much downtime. You just hang out with your, you know, people you're traveling with, and just like talk with them and actually bond.
yeah.
Like,
And then you actually get to the
imagine-
campaign boss. The campaign boss just actually ends up being a really chill guy, and you just
It's
become
like-
best friends, and he's
it's
not
like,
evil anymore.
He's like, you know, honestly, you guys made me change my ways. Made me realize, you know, being bad is bad.
Being bad is bad. Who knew? I'm cool now, guys. You know what? All that bad stuff I did.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Let me help. Let me
Yeah.
amend
So-
my ways.
Sorry, I ordered the murder of your parents, but you know, I can make it up. How far away is this mine gonna be?
It's still going to take him a bit to get to there, though.
Mhm.
It's about going to take as long for you to get. I think it's going to take him about a day or so, a day and a half to travel to get there.
So by then, I'll actually be by the river,
Hmm.
the second river.
My brain's having a minute. Where is he? Oh. Also, since he wasn't him, gave him enough energy. Wait. Okay.
Oh my god, my Discord crashed. I had to pop back in.
I'm just trying to get funny. Yeah, but I guess part of your journey, I guess, what's and then gets enough energy to occur next to him.
Mm.
Not need to be a book, because I don't want to be a book.
Oh, yeah. Well, deal with it for right now. Solve that problem later.
Anyways. God. Okay. Wait a minute. My outfit became older fashioned.
Oh yeah?
Because it actually fits the time period too, which is funny. Or Senpai does. He's like, damn it. That's okay. Why everything has to be different. Okay. There you go. I'm just kidding. Because I already shared him to you a while back ago.
Mm-hmm.
I just needed to. I'm just making him a token. Because he does comically after you get out of town. He just like occurs as a person next to him, walking with him.
Oh.
What? Don't
Oh, is
want
this-
me to?
Oh no, that's fine. You can walk with me. Didn't expect it. I thought you were stuck as a book.
Yeah, I had enough energy to turn into a person.
Oh,
It
okay,
just
cool.
needed to wake up. I'm just
Alright.
a little. Man. This feels weird. This place is different.
How different?
The energy's different. It's almost like this place doesn't have a lot of the energies we're familiar to. I know there is a thing, but there's all this different type of magic around that I'm not familiar with.
Can you compare it to the magic from our previous world?
I do know there's this, one of them did exist. This one, you know, before. It's made from this, it seems to be channeling, like, almost like, it's like, electronical, like, energy, but not at the same time, but it's alchemical. But it's also a physical thing at the same time. And it seems to occur in a lot of different locations as a form of gas. And from my information, it's referred as a photon. And the other thing, then there's the familiar things that are here, other than obviously thaumaturgy seems to be here. This seems to be obviously key and chakra and all that, but no one knows how to use the chakra part. But it does exist for some reason. But then obviously there's normal mages. And then seems like the Adefi stuff that seems to be kind of rare, but it's sigilly and passively here. Almost like it was introduced late. Which is fascinating. But so I'm surprised you're not going to see any in those bundles, but I'm surprised we're not going to see any manifestations of weird elemental slimes or something. Which is hard. Because that was normal back home. Anyways. But nope, just weird, angry dogs. Anyways.
Yeah, we can deal with angry dogs. I'd rather deal with that.
And instead of dealing with plants and
Oh,
angry plants and
well,
sometimes giant golems on occasions, and then random flames. And then individuals with weird mages from the place people call the Abyss. Anyways, someone was doing suspicious things. Anyways, let's see. That place isn't as bad as it usually is. And some reason it's filled with water instead of stars. Which is odd. Yeah. That's fine. And then we have this place called the Void, which just existed before, but it wasn't really used that much. Let's see. We have a lot of unique planes of existence. Also, we still have all the typical connections that we are familiar with, such as the divine. Well, I guess at least the divine internet still exists. But why do I still in a book form and not a? Must be related to the technology of this time period of this tree or something.
Maybe so. I'll just put you in something that was something similar to a tablet. If I can figure out how to make a tablet, I could probably see how to transfer you to that instead of keeping you as a book.
Yeah, because also I learned one other thing. We are inside. One thing I do know something. The object that since we're no longer our original location, the things we reside in are no longer servers, they're trees. Anyways,
Trees?
Yeah, they're trees.
Okay.
And the things that the reality, like, things, they
Yes.
they used to be in servers. But now for some reason, this quote-unquote code their reality, like, thing they're inside of is they take a form of trees, which is a little different. But normally the things that usually are trees are usually the things that are what the universes are on, which is a little weird, but
Yeah.
it seems to be stable. Unlike that oh god, that moon event was kind of strange. Almost like they don't have enough people that know what the heck they're doing, or they make regrettable life choices. Anyways, he's just like kind of nitpicking all the different flaws. Yeah, that was the reason. Because someone was being a typical teenager and wanted to listen. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
And when someone tells them so many times to do something, and usually, and a typical Angelus, she like, well, if you're going to do that, I am just not going to assist you when things get to a point when everything goes to chaos. But if the Heaven House doesn't collapse, kudos on you. Anyways. People need to learn to stop not listening to her. When they do that, everything goes to crap. For crying out loud, she's one of the divines that are connected to literally prophecies. And actually, prophecies and also oracles. He's connected to both of those.
Oh.
Angeluses.
Oh.
And And when she says, "If you do this, Shinsu, you're gonna regret this later." But nope, they don't listen.
No.
Okay, fine. You see that? You see the problem. That's what he was pointing out.
Yeah.
Which is terrible. And now I bet actually at the moment I think he is regretting it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is. But he can't fix it because the civilizations are too advanced because they're already interacting with each other because, well, they're in that stage where they're crossing the ocean and trading with each other.
Oh.
And you know how bad it is to separate a planet into its smaller parts so it doesn't so it doesn't destroy itself.
Yeah.
When there's advanced civilizations, makes a mess. But it would be fine if they were all, back in the caveman stage, because they wouldn't understand what the heck is going on.
Right.
They think it's just. Think nothing will actually be any different other than the sky looked a little different for a bit, and they wouldn't understand why it was doing that. Other than it looked a little different for a bit. And it will. I just realized something.
What's that?
I realized one of our gods of knowledge that also is connected to medicine may have fucked up.
Hmm.
You know that weird Ray? You missed it. I think you know who Shin is. He actually will. He actually does. They're the one individual from a long time ago that's kind of is connected. He's also connected to technology as well.
Yeah.
So he's kind of he kind of got frustrated because a certain town keeps him in alternate multiple timelines, keeps him dying to the same problem over and over again. Instead of this being this typical and let his emotions and get the best of him. He instantly caused Peachy Berry Rain and greatly cleansed all diseases from the world accidentally, which made everything have risk of being immunocompromised unintentionally.
Hmm.
Except you.
Hmm.
Because you were in the desert.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine desert getting a lot of rain.
Yeah, because it didn't affect that area because it's too dry.
Made sure to clean out your trunks, right?
That's the funny part about why he wasn't affected by it, because he was in an area that was too dry.
Makes sense.
And that's why that area, sadly, is the only place that's not going to have problem with disease. And what's funny, they're rats, which makes it even funnier. Our character. Understand why that's funny. So that's why they're sitting there like, this is interesting. Let's see. His emotions sometimes should make him do weird mistakes on occasions. Usually, actually, I think there is a way to fix it, but I think it's a little too late, as you can't actually undo that while you are on those special reality things that are referred as Mother something?
Yeah.
We're in a grandmother tree.
Oh.
So remember when means we went into an alternate history.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't fix it. So we just go a path, whatever it would be.
Right.
Because that's how these trees work. Meaning we're actually not supposed to be in this tree.
Oh, great.
But don't worry about it too much. It's just, I think we might have to find a way to get out. It means we need to find a way to leave and go somewhere else. And that's what the agenda is, but we need to find our buddies that make it able to leave. Because he knows there's like certain things that give them the ability to leave the quote-unquote tree. Because there is a way to get to the point where he can get technology to quote-unquote leave the tree, the reality tree. He like what he would have for the reality servers. But he doesn't have that technology. But there's a few individuals that he knows from before that did. But he doesn't know where they are, and he doesn't know if they still exist or not, or they were transferred like he was. One of the people he knows is someone called Alcaris, and he's one of the champions that belong to Angelus, and he has a special ship that lets him transfer himself between places.
Okay.
But he don't have any idea where he could be. If he's in this tree, is the question. And the other thing is, because I don't know if you have time to be able to find the object that lets you do that in that either. Because you do have, your vehicle isn't very big though. You can only handle about maybe yourself and maybe 4 others with you in that vehicle, because yours is a much smaller one.
Right.
But it's better than nothing.
That's true.
But if we can find Alcaris, he has a vehicle that can actually at least has a value of a small colony ship. Even though it's generic, but it's better than nothing. But at this point, there's quite a few individuals that shouldn't be here.
Right.
As in a few champions and heroes that are actually stuck here that can't leave.
Oh.
And also they're kind of needing to go scoop up their items that are in random places as well. But they're dealing with their little drama show somewhere. Then he snickers about a little. And Professor Excel does. Because he does kind of know about it. Because of other reasons.
Oh,
Be a little. Don't worry, there was just like a, I don't know, love triangles. Then turns into a square. Then it turns into circle. Then it turns into, oh no, he has a knife, but changed mine. Anyways, yes, drama. That's why I call it the drama show, except without TV.
Right.
Yeah. I swear someone, if they recorded that, would be interesting to watch. Divines, when they have nothing else better to do. Watching what mortals do. Anyways, or sometimes what champions and heroes do when they sometimes are in the same area. Especially if they don't get along or do some weird choices.
Is that why they're usually alone?
Usually.
Tough.
But yeah. But it's still, you guys still sometimes do need to work together, but if a certain species have different cultures and or bad choices of picking champions, that happens also.
Oh. Interesting.
Yes, and remember, people make mistakes.
Yeah.
Like the multiple times that Angelus does when every time they try to make a balanced champion. That's that's a normal thing.
But they're making
He
mistakes?
actually. Yes, Angel is not making a mistake, but every time she finds to make a champion that's connected to balance, they wind up being a terrible person.
Oh, cool. Well, we've only encountered what, 2 champions, right? No. They weren't. Those are
Divines.
yeah.
But he hasn't seen anybody that are classified as champions, really.
Right.
But he doesn't knows that there is champions possibly somewhere.
Mm,
But he hasn't sense or detect anybody.
right.
Because usually they have to be within a town area for him to sense them.
Mhm.
But usually they would not have to go out and interact with each other, but it's just if they see each other in a range where they're exactly next to each other, they would more likely say hello to each other. But normally you're both busy doing something anyways. It's more likely because champions are usually kind of the individuals that are constantly interacting with their divine.
Right.
Usually, if they're not dealing with being super busy,
Mm,
like somebody like your divine, because they're kind of someone that's like kind of the pinnacle of the starting point of the entire totem pole.
mm,
Like, you know, the individual that will be the base of the entire totem pole.
mm.
Understand why she be so busy. But at the moment, I guess you still know it. Why? Hello, dice. That doesn't give me anything. That's okay. That's just like he's just the information he's figuring out that's going on
Mm,
that he's talking to him about.
right.
That so far that he have learned. It's not that bad. It could be worse.
Yeah, could be.
Hmm. Now the planet only has 2 moons. Hmm.
Mm,
It's still functional, but it's still. I'm surprised it's gonna. All the stuff it's been through. It's fascinating, but. But I do know one thing
what's up?
about all this. We going to have a lot of work to do in the future to find our stuff. The rest of the guys.
Yeah.
Let's hope one thing I just hope we find would be convenient if you had to or certain, even though it's just the armor, but I'd rather you have that versus the nothing wrong with the watcher individual, but it would give you the ability to move faster.
Yeah.
Because that's the issue, because you only have the speed you have. Because the armor also makes you does stuff to your movement speed. Got a character. But you don't have it.
Shoot.
And he's just doing some calculations. Also, I'm also with you. I'm also trying to calculate where, if we have anything else that we can go, look around for once we find a way to get to places.
Right.
I do know where. I do know we should. I realize. I know we want to go to where the public spheres are, but I do know we should also get a teleporting gem back to the city we've been at. as well.
Yeah.
Because I'm got a funny feeling we might have to pay the visit to the Bastion's capital, because we might have something we need to go gather over there.
Mm.
When we get the chance.
Yeah.
But I do think the reason why we need to actually go to the other location, but the gem that he's going to give you does take you directly to the, takes you to the, I think it takes you to, the actual, capital. Over there in the Paulding Square area. Well, the central square, at least. Even though it's a metropolis, so you might have to go around to get more gems. So you can go to the different subsections of that city.
Mm.
That's meaning, like I said, if you find any other valuables, that's why you might be best to look for gold too. I know he's supposed to said only use silver, but he said you can get the other stuff for him if you find it.
Right.
So that might be a little difficult to find gold, but I do know it does exist in the mine too. But we might have to go a little deeper.
That's fine.
Even though I think you can use the stuff that coin was made, those certain coins you had were made out of. It's just, it just doesn't hold enchantments very well, is the problem. There was when you had those 15 red coins.
Yeah, and I gave them away to the blacksmith.
Mm-hmm. But you didn't have enough. You had enough to make a ring out of them, but he made a comment. They're not very good for making enchanted items because the enchantments tend to degrade faster in them for some reason.
Mm.
Which is a bit odd. Let's see. Is this going to give us anything now, or we're just going to have them chatting about the random crap that's going on? Let's see. Where's it? Here's my sticky note. Okay. Huh. The name has that. Nope, wrong. Where's the normal one in here? Yeah, I do. You faintly smell something.
What do I smell?
Yeah, but they're a bit of ways, but they're not really, they don't notice you yet, but you notice them.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll just have to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And like I said, because bone holes didn't exist where you are, but the weird smell you smell like it might sound, you smell kind of like like something that smells like wolf, but you also something reason you smell something that smells like Parmesan cheese.
Hmm.
I'm gonna have to go back to this map for a second, and it's coming from that direction.
Okay. I guess we'll just deter from the path and go over that way real quick.
Let's see. Do I have it here? Where's this one? You do find, yeah. Let's see. Maybe to make this bigger. Generally, that's what the bone wolf kind of looks like.
Okay.
But the thing is, they seem to be tormenting of this poor thing.
Oh. Okay.
They don't know you're there.
Oh, cool. Sneak attack.
And also, you might be. They haven't attacked this thing. They just surrounded it, and it's like just sitting there, like. Yep. And they're yeah. Yep. That poor bird.
That poor bird. It's a shame. If only someone was here to save it.
So, are you so you got the ability to do something to it, or to these things.
Yeah. Just trying to see how I want to go about it.
Let's see. Let's see. I didn't. Okay. Actually, you do have that ability. I just didn't put in what it did. So you can actually do something to them. I just forgot to put there what it does. You know the ability that you have that's called Force Lightning? I forgot. It's kind of like a Chain Lightning ability.
Yeah.
But since you're, if you cast it up, it can actually, at the first level, you can hit up to 2 targets. If you have it up, but you can choose, if you cast it, you can add 1 more target.
What does that mean?
You know, cast it at a higher level.
Oh, okay.
Spell is what it does.
Okay.
And the individuals usually need to do a save, but if they pass, instead of missing them, they take half damage. is what it does, and it does. I think. Let me do some calculations. Yeah, you can reach them. And yeah.
Okay, well, without them noticing me, I would like to just move up as close as possible, right here behind this bush.
Okay.
What's the range for Force Lightning? Does it have a fall off range? Or...
It has a range about. It can reach about. It can reach about. As far as I think it's 120 feet.
Okay. Cool.
So.
Alright, then.
But for it to chain off, they need to be at least that far from each other.
Oh, okay. Cool. So, alright. Then I'll just go ahead and cast Force Lightning. What level can I cast it at? Or can I only chain 2 targets?
It starts at 1.
Oh, okay.
But you can upcast it up to as any tier you want. Since there's only since there's 4 volts, you can up it at least up to, because it adds 1 more lightning chain for each tier. So you only have it at 1, since you can only do 2 chains of bolts at a level 1 spellcasting amount. If you go up 1, it gives you 1 more.
Mm-hmm.
And if you cast it at level 3, it will give you 4 of those. Since tiers, which is kind of all you really need in this situation, if you get the idea. Because there's 4 of them. But you don't really need to hurt this thing.
No, I don't. So I think I'll just be careful and I'll just... And I can't control it, can I?
No, you can.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I'll just force... Okay, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to go ahead and get my crossbow ready, just in case. Because obviously they're going to... I don't know if they're going to die or not. But I'm going to go ahead and Force Lightning, I think this one, and then hopefully chain it to that guy as well.
And then get the other ones.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Okay, so what
like
do I...
It's a save for them.
Oh, okay.
Because it's almost like a very weird type of fireball, but not.
Right.
But because it can only hit the targets you see,
Okay.
which you do see them.
Mm-hmm.
But to choose the ones you want to hit. And let's see. But since you are hitting multiple targets, and you also did upcast it, can you roll me a 3d4? No, not a 3d4. A 3d8 plus your spellcasting modifier, which you're doing intelligence, or was it wisdom? I can't remember.
Whatever the higher one was. So wisdom, yeah. Wisdom.
And without proficiency though.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. So
Which I
it'd
think
just
is
be
12.
base 35. Oh, base modifier is 12. Okay. Right.
It's a plus 12.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, okay, now I need to do their saves. Let's see. Let's see. That one died. That one barely alive. Come on, stop malfunctioning. That one died. And that one's barely alive.
Hmm.
There you go.
Alright, well, let's do one. Okay.
Yeah, but this gives an opportunity because this thing was surrounded, and because of that situation, you got its attention because it did not know there was anything. Because it was being a derpy bird, it did not know what those things were, and you're like, because that loud noise, this thing just runs away.
It runs away?
And
Alright.
disappears.
That's fine.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Is it?
I was gonna kill that thing anyways. I don't even know what.
Yeah, I know, but it kind of got it the chance to get the run away.
Okay, good.
So, and then these things seem to be very upset about that. I guess you would roll initiative. I guess to see that would be your dexterity. A regular dexterity modifier.
Alright,
D20 plus your dex.
Yeah. Okay.
How do I get the stupid thing? Oh. I don't know how to add people. I'm not gonna deal with it.
Okay, so it's a 20.
Okay, so 2.
Base modifier of 6.
Okay, so okay. So let's see. Okay. Yeah. Ironically, you get to go before they do.
Oh, cool. Alright, so I'll just ready my crossbow at the closest one. So they all got connected, so they all got hit by force lightning, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're pretty weak. I don't really gonna do anything. I'm just gonna take aim and just hit the closest one.
Mm-hmm.
And do I roll a d20 for that, or?
It's a d20 plus whatever your dexterity is.
Okay.
You are proficient in this tool. What is here?
Oh.
So 8 plus your dexterity
So
better than
14.
8. Then I think whatever the 2 is on top of it. So. Yeah, you were able to hit it.
Okay, cool.
Oddly enough. So, and I think this thing is it's a hand crossbow, right?
Yeah.
Roll me a d6 plus 1, then a plus your d6.
A d6 plus 1?
Then a plus 6, because that's your dexterity.
D6, and then what else am I rolling?
No, nothing. It's just that you're just adding a plus 1, and then you're doing then you do the 6 damage. So you did 9 damage to it. Okay. And I guess that thing's gone. But this is, well, let's see. Is it smart enough to stand its ground, or is it? Let's see. Actually. Well, even didn't I just remember? You also have your companion back here, and you notice these things need to die, even though he doesn't have to do anything. Comically, you just see this thing get arse-choked to death.
Wait, what?
From your companion behind you.
Wait, so what did he do?
He just force-choked it.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know he could do that. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
He said
Thanks,
because he
buddy.
knows if he didn't do anything, that thing's gonna run away.
Oh. Alright, well, that's cool. Thanks, man.
What? I know you didn't do anything, but I didn't want to damage the goods.
Ah, yeah, thanks. Yeah, now I get paid good for this. I just start walking up and carving them up.
Actually, what's funny, their bones actually do taste like Parmesan cheese. Literally, they're actually classified as a weird delicacy. But the pelts are okay. But I think the more valuable ones are the ones that makes more of them.
Mm-hmm.
They're referred as the awakened ones. They're the ones that tend to have they have they don't have the antlers on their head, and they seem to have glowing eyes.
Mm.
And they have an element infused with them.
Mm.
Well, I guess we got some resources here. I realized that would be. Hey, you have about the Valley of the Flashing piece here.
Cool.
And a gold piece. Actually, 2 gold pieces, actually. Pretty nice. Because they're actually, if you think about it, you carve these things are actually not that heavy.
Mm.
Because I think the heaviest thing on them is generally their body. But you notice, after they dead, their bones are very easy to kind of crumble.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you think about it, you can make them into like a powder and put it somewhere.
Mm.
But you don't have to have it solid, because they just, it's more of the pelt and everything, this like kind of thing. But is ironically people do eat it.
Mm.
But it's the weird wolf cheese.
Right.
This tastes like Parmesan.
Like Parmesan.
That would be good on pasta. Spaghetti. Salmon and cream spaghetti. But I bet no one knows how to make that shit. Anyways. Like, you just hear him complain about that. I bet no one knows how to make spaghetti.
Probably not. You could capitalize on it.
Actually, a certain goblin would probably know, but he wouldn't have the shit to make it.
Yeah, but hey, the closest to Parmesan cheese to sprinkle on it would be from wolves, if you think about it.
Well, the problem
Would it
is
be
you have to make
what from the wolves would do that though?
Yeah. And then you just need you need wheat grain to make the noodles.
Yeah.
The problem,
eggs.
though, is that people usually feed the dough through a very specific thing, slice the noodles a very specific way. The thing is, I don't think anyone has a thing like that yet. Maybe the Podling Screws do, but aside from that, I don't think anyone else aside from them and maybe the Pheasants will have that.
There is a way to make thin noodles without, or you can make the second best thing. I know there'll be more of a flat noodle, but they'll still work.
What, lasagna?
Yes, or you can make the linguine noodle.
The Luigi noodle.
Yes, the long skinny noodle that's usually used in Alfredo pasta like noodles. That would also work with that too. It's just a whiter noodle. And which those ones are actually done being cut. Versus a Struder.
I mean, a Struder wouldn't be that hard. You would just need maybe like something of wood and then like cut the little tiny holes so that it has ridges on the inside, and then you just
And also but you also need something to flatten. Pretty much, you need comically a KitchenAid.
Well, you need like a rolling pin, something flat for the shit for it to
To make it the right,
and
because it needs to be a certain thickness to go into the thing, so it doesn't do things. It doesn't jam
so
at
it
the.
doesn't do the Luigi inside of your fucking pot of water, yes. Or it just sticks to something and just burns to a crisp.
Or you can make, or you can just sit and make into the Palo type pastas where you can put stuff inside them, like raviolis.
Oh.
What?
That, oh no, we're not Italian. We're not Italian. We can't get away with that.
What?
They'll crucify us. They'll crucify us and stuff our guts full of ravioli until we explode.
Comical ways to this. Only downside, remember, the closest they have to meat kinda isn't the color they normally is. Remember, it's black meat. But tastes about the same. It's just a different color. But anyways, let's see how this goes. I think your bag will be able to hold all that.
I just need to pout, so.
Belts and maybe we can.
Oh, and I also gotta be able to hold the metal too.
Yeah, that's true. And pelts. I think the pelt. Yeah, the stick pelts. And maybe maybe the like it's. I think it's it's just the pelts you actually need. Kind of a waste of skis. But oh well.
Alright.
That's okay. Too bad you don't have special bags.
True, not yet.
I know magic things, but I think that also costs. And I also learned that costs the same.
Yeah, hey, Professor Excel, what is there any? Can I make a bag that's just bigger on the inside that allows me to hold more things?
That is a thing. Yeah, that is a thing.
Okay.
But you need special type of what is this? I do know we need a special type of fabric. You could make that fabric yourself, but we still need the special. I do know we need to find some certain gems though. To make or we can make a rune and comically to stick it on the outside of your bag.
Well, what would be easier then?
Actually, I think the rune would be easier.
Okay, we'll just do that then later.
You just need to make a crystalline rune from your mage crystal, and we just need to find some blue. We just need some blue sapphire and amethyst, and I think. We need some obsidian and white quartz. Lucky great quartz and obsidian is not as rare as the other two I said. Anyways.
I'll make sure to pick some up before.
But if you use yellow topaz, you can actually use it to safely keep animals dormant in it. So, and that's the only thing I can think of is some things that we need, which we don't need a very big one. We need for the amount we actually went a certain size. We just need at least something about the size of a. What is it? A disc about as big as This size would be about something about 3 inches in diameter.
Okay.
Like disc that you can stick somewhere on your bag somewhere.
Okay.
And you know, because as long as you have the volume of the bag or attributes on how much you can fit it, as long as it can fit in the hole of the bag.
Mm-hmm.
But that's one way to do it, but that's fine. Means you won't be able to fit anything bigger than small birds and things, but that's okay. At least you can, if you need to collect random bugs some reason, at least it'll fit.
That's true.
But this would be useful for like ore and everything. This ore comes in small pieces.
Yeah.
Just break it down in small pieces. Sometimes it comes in large chunks, but sometimes it's maybe best to make it into small pieces anyways, because it's easier to smelt it that way.
Right.
Let's see. Especially this era. Someone doesn't have giant industrial smelters.
No, not yet, I would assume.
Also, he's actually not wrong. They do have the one business of 7-Eleven does exist. That convenience store. Ironically enough. Even though they're calling it a general goods store at the moment. But they're not as that common over here yet, but they're mostly over in their area. But there is right now dealing with the quote-unquote dragons that think it's a great idea if you think they're edible. Why do those things always seem to come into existence?
Wow.
Well, I guess we can we'll see. At least at the moment, I guess we can just deal with, we can still fit these in the bag, but I do know a spell that I could feature that might make this easier.
Yeah, if it's just temporary, that's fine.
Yeah, but but during this trip, maybe I can teach you the, that one provincius battle that's known as Exchange?
Yeah.
Maybe on our little trip going to the mine, maybe I can teach you that.
Okay.
It gives you the ability to turn one thing to the other. You know that one.
Yeah.
Would make it easier to get certain things. But
Right.
it still would be... But it would still be nice to actually go over there because you can't exchange everything exactly perfectly sometimes. Just going to exchange only a certain amount related to how skilled you are at something. But at least you maybe can change small amounts of stuff. So this is going to make these things more convenient. I guess after he collects that, they continue their journey.
Mm-hmm.
I just have to get rid
Yeah,
of
we just leave the bodies there for whatever to pick at.
it. I mean, yes, they're going back to what they were doing. And then, I guess, I don't know what. At the moment, I think generally things are being peaceful. Other places, because someone's not getting encounters. Because if he gets any more counters, I don't think he'll be able to fit any more of those wolves in his bag, sadly. He only has room for 2 more pelts, or then you won't have room for anything else. That's why he's trying to teach you to do the one ability, a one exchange thing, because knowing him, he's going to have to make that rune anyways. Or he's not going to be able to fit anything else in his bag. Because he noticed those things, because that was a decent group of those encounter. Meanwhile, Twiddle, I just realized we got to get ourselves a sleeping thingy. Unless you don't mind sleeping on wolf pelts.
Yeah, I don't mind if I can get him clean first.
Because he forgot he doesn't have a sleeping thingy, and also, but he, like you said, he's walking around because he knew where he could sense something along the way. As there's this fruit that he's familiar with. It just looks different than what he recognized, and it's a little bigger than it normally is. But he also recognizes the smell because he's getting close to it. He smells grapes, but he doesn't see grapes. He just sees a bush that looks really familiar. Only thing, the leaves look different, but the fruit kind of have the right color, except they're just perfectly smooth instead of their typical, almost like are a little bit bigger. It's almost like a subspecies of the same fruit, which is referred as harrow fruit, which is the fruit that actually is pretty much a meal in the form of a fruit. If you remember to gently cook the seeds, they can actually be eaten as well. He's like, there they are. I thought we could find. And also, they also can hydrate you too.
Nice.
And they contain all the vitamins and minerals you need in one go. That's why you need to only recommend to eat one of them a day.
All those vitamins will get you.
Yeah. But the seeds contains all the nutritions you would get normally from meat.
Right.
So that's what's unique about them. But if he doesn't mind them tasting like almonds.
Right.
But when they're cooked, they taste some random reason they naturally taste like they're already salted. Which is the interesting thing. And one thing he does know, normally the fruit usually has 6 seeds in them. In which you can actually have one for later. Where it maybe plant them elsewhere.
Okay.
But he doesn't need to take more. He could take some, like a few of them for later.
Right.
And they also have a really long shelf life. Long enough he pokes a hole into the fruit. And the ones that you see are size of a peach. They're a lot bigger than the ones you have seen. The ones he knows are about the size of an apricot.
Okay.
And they have a dragon's scale-like texture normally.
Okay. Interesting.
So, but they're generally the same, and this is specifically the grape-flavored one.
Grape.
It actually has the same texture of grape. And it's generally the same color. That's interesting. It's different. But I heard rumor the other one does exist too. Anyways, it's just in other trees. Anyways. Well, I guess we have food for a while.
Yeah.
I guess we can. Also, I see that it's starting to get finally dark. Meanwhile, potatoes elsewhere, and the grapevine where nothing's happening. There's a cat box. Anyways.
No.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Cat isn't having any encounters. That's boring. Throw Tarrasque at it.
No.
Let him have his nice little adventure, alright? Explains what happens when he gets to the coast.
Or
Like,
okay.
Sea.
Right?
It's not really a
Yeah.
coast. It's more like a sea. It's like a little inlet. It's like a little.
You know, that's a lovely trip down the coast you're having. It would be a shame if a sea monster would ruin it.
I don't know. Pretty sure it's gonna be pretty shallow in that water. I don't think a sea monster can live in that water.
Look, guy, Chris. Motherfucker comes up on land.
Oh, we can see what else is going on in the morning.
This is Frankenfield.
Sea
Getting mauled in the morning.
No, nothing. It's good.
Sadly. Sadly.
Nothing exciting. It's boring.
Sadly. Sadly, no more. Sadly, no savage pickles today.
But he has a sensation that he's being watched, though, and that's about it.
I mean, he's had the sensation for a bit, so he's like he doesn't care that much.
Yeah, but the sensation's a little different than the normal one, because it's not the typical ones that he's inhaling. It's just
It's
feels
fine.
like the trees are watching him
It's fine.
themselves.
Trees just do that sometimes.
Not the animals, it's specifically the trees. And that's about it.
Trees sometimes watch you.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And also sometimes they get up and walk.
Well, that's not very normal either. That's not very normal.
Bella, he's actually wasn't joking. They actually do. Sometimes. Actually,
He's gonna take that
firsthand.
as a joke.
As if anything I know about areas where there's elves that are lives in tree areas, there's usually tree-ins. And there's also supposed to be an elven-like tree in the area, and normally those creatures also live in those type of locations. Shall we have some possibly cranky tree creatures in your new location? Good to know. Anyways, hope they don't mind. I hope they don't mind my existence of a metal bug. Anyways, with 8 legs. Anyways, he just randomly says, Coffee?
Let's just get the close as fast as we can here.
he's offering you a cup of coffee.
I'm not much of a coffee drinker. Plus, isn't it like... What time is it morning now?
Yeah,
It's like,
generally, eventually.
no, I think I'm fine.
Okay.
Honestly, I didn't think it would take this long to get to the coast, honestly.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
There, how much longer do you think it's gonna take to get there?
Well, if I want to be careful and not try to disturb the environment around me, about maybe 5 more days.
Oh, so we better get, at least better get to the next forest quickly. Oh, so
There's
that
a
was-
reason why I'm moving at certain movements for a reason. Because if I move too quickly, I might have a high chance of something wanting to get angry at us and then we get stuck again. Anyways.
So that's like over a week travel. I hope they don't need us back on toilet though for anything. I'm pretty sure Evelyn's fine, perfectly fine. So I hope Gilbo and Bella will be fine with my absence.
Hmm.
They'll be fine.
Hmm.
I think I should pick up like a rock or something for Gilbo.
Hmm.
I'm sure she'll enjoy to have a little rock from the coast.
Hmm.
But something the matter?
Well, I'm not too sure how I feel about this at the moment. But don't worry about it too much. We should keep on working on going.
Yes, and not get more mosquitoes.
At least it hasn't been. At least at this point, it's just how chicken is as eventually. As eventful. I wonder what killed that.
Hmm.
Anyways, nothing. Don't worry about it. So. What are you usually referring to? It's whatever it is. It's dead. It's just another one of it. Wasn't it? It's generally another pickle. You know, a double Joe. But
Okay,
something
so
looks
are
like
we
it's
just
blended.
going into their territory? Is this their home? Is this where they live?
No, something looks like this. Something. No, this is a little different. As he looks at this, whatever happened to this thing is a lot different. This thing looks like plants are growing, kind of burst out of its stomach.
Well, plants typically do that when they find a good environment.
Yeah, but if you look at it, that thing looked like it died 8 hours ago. That's why Malik looks a little very uneasy about it.
We'll be fine.
He's like, hope so. Anyways, I guess they keep going.
Yeah.
Almost something died, but it died from something that seemed a little bit sus. But it's up to he sees like everything normal, but it looks like it's kind of fresh.
Nothing out of the ordinary here. It's fine.
Keep going. Meanwhile, I don't know how anyone else feels about that, because remember, we do have Vesca there.
Oh yeah, Vesca is like, and she's like, look, Alex, I want to apologize for my behavior earlier.
When
I.
was this?
Hmm?
When was this behavior?
I remember back with the mosquitoes in the tower. I kind of lost my cool with you by accident. It wasn't your fault. I'm sorry about that.
It's fine.
It's just
Yeah, but yeah, but
part of the.
I don't mean to interrupt, but no, he just see it now. Now this gives her a look and looks dead look at the double Joe and back at her for a second, as in
What?
indicating that it's not normal.
He's like, that's not a normal double Joe.
No, what happened to it?
Like, wait.
It is she like let me re-explain if you weren't paying attention, Lugja. What happened? It looks like a plant burst out of its stomach, but it looked like it only died 8 hours ago.
He's like, oh, look at the parasitic plant. I mean, let's get this. Just that it's best that you stay in the thing, Alex, because I don't know if it has any like parasitic grabbers or anything. So,
But I know we don't keep going. But I do know something. I don't know what caused that, and that is concerning. But that is.
please let me investigate it first in case this is not a single isolated incident.
But we should keep going anyways, because I want us to keep going, because I want to find the source of it. Because...
Yes, but the source would... Yes, honey, but finding the source won't matter if we don't know what we're dealing with.
I know. But... we already are in the thick of it.
He's like, well, I guess we're walking to the literal lion's den.
Because did you notice the faint spores in the air?
Yes, I do. They don't seem to affect...
I have a protective filter on anyone inside of the vehicle, and he's not affected by it because of special reasons.
Who?
In other words, because of you connected to him.
Who?
Alex, you being connected to Ernest, the reason why you're not affected by diseases. So, I read your searching your half brother and your maid did ever get out of the vehicle in this rest of this trip for their own safety.
Oh.
Because we might have going into a situation that might need to be assessed in this about, because we might be something going on ahead of us.
When is there not?
Well, it is your location. We might have to clean it. Because we don't know what's going into this. We're going into an area that is untamed wilderness. We don't know what's in it.
Well, I assume that's why no one wanted to buy it.
Well, one thing I do know about fungal infections, or spores, or anything, doesn't matter how much peach berry juice you throw on it, it will never get rid of it. It's too complex for just straight up juice.
That's just like, wait, you remember what Shin did?
Yeah, I know.
There's no way to fight it now. Yeah.
There is a way to fight it, but but I only know where there's only 3 locations where a certain type of bush exists, though they're kind of rare though. Because individuals are not as favorable of that flavor of harrow fruit.
Like, which one is it?
It's the fig. It's the only thing that can deal with advanced infections, but sadly you can only deal with if it's consumed. And nothing normal still does is what it's supposed to do. It's just, at the moment, we need to be careful. And only to keep them safe, the individuals that can get infected do not go outside of the wagon at all during this trip. Shall we get to this source of the situation? And I don't know what else has been getting infected, and I don't know how far it has spread. And sadly, this one, and let you know from the sigil energies, it's magical.
She's like, I might have to purge it with holy fire. Oh.
But,
Please don't
but
burn down the forest.
well, it's not really the forest's fault. It's something else within it that's not the forest. But one thing about radiant fire, it specifically targets specifically what you want to target, not everything. That's the convenience when you want to target a specific target, not everything. That's the difference between actual fire and radiant fire. Anyways. But I do know we are going to keep continuing our journey. And at this point, we might just have to deal with this till we get to the destination. And I might have to step up the pace. Anyways. Because if you notice, he was going at a decent speed, because he actually goes into, it's still going to take them 3 days, if he, 2.5 days, if he makes the vehicles go at its max speed. Because he wants to get to the location of what he's sensing.
Oh, so is he kicking in an overdrive now or something?
Yeah.
Oh.
And the location he's sensing something is right about here.
Alright.
Even though, but if you did go past this area and went into full speed, it will take about that many days, 2 days and a half at max speed after going past this area.
Alright.
So because he's going to overdrive so he can see how bad it is.
Alright, so like, we're probably like an hour, there's only a few hours away from the river then.
Yeah. So if you notice that he just, but he gets to the location because if you notice, like the sigil magic goes over the slots, like as in numbers, he activates a rune that's above him. That puts a magic shield over the slots, so you can look out and things can't go in through the slots. So if he to keep the filter the environment clean, and also he did that also to the door.
All right.
So it can be open, but stuff stuff can't go. And also if someone went out, if he came back in, anything that got on your body would just be left outside. Pretty much, he made a magic barrier to prevent the particles from getting in.
What if someone had gotten the stick and then you pulled them through?
It wouldn't. It will clear it from. Sadly, it will clear it from 7, but it won't heal the damage it would have caused.
Interesting. So it's technically a solution if it's done light internal damage.
Yeah, but it would actually have to heal the person afterwards.
Vesta has an idea.
No, we're not abusing them because they're the only ones that can get infected by it.
I'm not referring to them. I'm referring to any more other poor schmucks we find that are infected.
Remember, we're going out in the middle of nowhere. And the only thing I think is are getting infected by it. Where are they? Actually, they stopped following. No, they stopped following a long time ago. Once they sensed it was not safe to go further. Interesting.
Animals
Don't even
remember the mark.
They're not normal animals. They're the quote unquote the things I'm referred as. You know, the watching things that someone had following us. Because the only one that isn't affected by this is Mr. Someone. Because he isn't. At least he's better at assessing the situation than I am, as he moves. I wouldn't be able to move around because they actually would have heard someone would send something quickly dart up ahead to go look around, assess the location. I knew he was going to do that. This is because this is an issue. Meanwhile, Gil will doing their own thing, and Gil like, oh, I got an interesting report from our favorite abomination. There was Oogie.
What?
She would report to Bilbo. There might be a minor fungal infection somewhere.
Oh no, World do.
So, not exactly.
He's like, oh wait, it's a fungus. Oh, that would do is grow on my skin.
And make you look funny.
He's like, why was I panicking there for a second? I forgot that shit doesn't really do anything to me.
And also you're dead. Anyways.
Bilbo's dead?
Because they're a lich. They're classified as kind of ended.
This is new information.
Vaguely.
Oh yeah, because Alaric wouldn't know. I think Vesca would. It'd be funny if Vesca told that about what happened after Yellow got her last item on the planet. Or she got her memories of her previous life back, and it may have turned her into a lich.
Anyways, generally the situation, that's what's going on, like the little situation, and then that information casually eventually reaches Eric as well.
Well, that information travels quick.
Yeah, because it does get reason why, because it would need to be brought up to him because of the because there's a situation where they're waiting to see if something, because they don't know if it's the only thing that's the issue, because they know there's certain it might not be the only fungal disease that has sprung up from the situation, because there could have been a bacteria that could have been countering it, but now that's gone. Because there's sometimes that happens too, if you remember. But like I said, it might be not the only thing out there that's doing stuff. Because even though bacteria and viruses are gone, and parasitic creatures are possibly gone, but sadly, funguses are not. They'll temporarily just be gone. They'll just root down deeper than they like. Wait, okay, special right? He's gone. Like sneak up, like time to crowd up. Like, hey, no competition. Real estate. Yay! You get the joke about that one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing about fungal infections versus all of them, versus all the infections, because you can never get because it's classified as a complex infection compared to the other ones, versus a viral infection and a bacterial infection. Which is interesting. Because once a bacteria, a parasite is also a complex infection as well, but it's very easy to somewhat remove if you know it's there. Because you just need to consume certain things to get rid of them, and just avoid things that have parasites in them. You get what I mean, right?
Maybe not.
Anyways, also if you think about it, that one thing with the whole bunch of eyeballs on it, it's classified somewhat more of a parasite if I think about it than anything, but a virus at the same time. The corrupted data creature. It's like a combination of both. Generally. Anyways, so there's just generally, like I said, he is getting to his destination a little faster. Partially.
Right. Well, did he just like jump over the river?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't even realize it.
Yeah. He's trying to figure out how it is bad. It is just he goes through an area where he just sees if there was life forms. You never heard of the term of being too quiet?
Yeah.
Even for you. When they got to this point and they're in the vehicle, you can somehow only hear the faint sound of the vehicle moving. You don't hear nature or anything. Other than maybe faint bits of the wind.
Alright.
Yeah, it means something's wrong.
So like, okay, how much time has passed now? It's like almost evening now? Or like how much?
Again, yeah, evening. Really can tell. And also the spores are thicker outside if you looked out from where the slats. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Mushrooms. That's why you don't do mushrooms, kids. Pieces with a joke.
Dude, why would you eat mushrooms like that? You would at least
Because
cook them
sometimes
first.
I think if I'm the looks of it, I think it's a cordyceps mushroom specifically.
I mean, well, if you eat it, do you grow bigger?
No, you get mushrooms coming out of your stomach, and already another part of your orifice.
Oh.
Or you just get bad heartburn. Oh, he needs sleep.
Huh?
Yeah. Eric needed to head out, I know. I didn't realize what time it was.
Oh, but there's only two of us.
Which is fine. Because there's still wind events, because he's just traveling. Still enough to do things. Because generally this... Yeah, it's back to the well, one of the sources of weird fungal things is not just there. There's actually some traces of effects in other locations, but it's a different fungus. Which is the
thing I'm stone.
So we have two different mushrooms or two different cordyceps that are causing issues. So I don't know. One is magic related and the other one isn't.
Well, sucks to be them.
But let's see. And then there's some, and that's about all I know so far.
Gilmore's famous line of, well, sucks to be them.
Does she tell? Do they tell her who?
Well, certain things actually. There's some stuff doesn't do much to her. She's at the point where nothing does anything to her as well, because she's what she is. But that's about it.
I mean, certain types of photon gas would probably still kill me.
I think that would be the one. If you want to be very specific, it will be the electric one.
Oh yeah, because it wouldn't matter.
Ironically, the fire one would also. It's just the rest of them wouldn't do anything. Except you make you want to make you cartoonily evil, because that's how that gas does.
What about the ice one?
Oddly, no, some reason. That's the only one that won't, some dumb reason. And the green one, some reason, won't either, but it'll make it very annoying, because it'll start trying to stick to you.
What happens if the fire one and the ice one hit each other?
I think they'll just nullify each other and make a huge amount of steam.
Oh, thank goodness. That way, if there's fire a photon and somehow ice a photon, I know what to shield myself with.
You just don't want the fire and lightning together.
No, fire and lightning equals kaboom boom.
Yeah, a very nasty kaboom. The one that really doesn't do anything to you, doesn't even stick to you, is the Earth one. Comically enough.
Funny. I could imagine if she rigged a place with that gas on purpose for when for as a place, when she wants to actually be alone. Just rig up that fucking cave with the Earth shit.
But the like I said, this one of the green one is only annoying because it wants to stick to her. Otherwise, it doesn't do anything.
You want her? This is a great way to harvest the gas.
But it grows rapidly on her though, versus everywhere else. So it's the point comically, if she some reason wasn't paying attention, it might get her stuck.
Well, the thing is, she'd shove an arm into the gas, and then let that coat her arm, and then she'd run out. With the crystals on her arm, so people could farm it. Farm the crystal and farm the gas. Because I mean, you can't really I mean, it's not as dangerous if it's out in the open air, right?
Yeah, not really. The crystal is fine. It'll constantly try to do stuff, but also will try to stick to you more, but that's about it.
It's just like, oh, fuck, we gotta get it over. That'd be funny as fuck.
Accidentally finds some, and she falls in it. Oops.
And Gilbert's line is, so good that I'm undead.
Unless it's the wrong type of gas. Anyways, there's the one one doesn't give stick to you.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not planning to go under there anyway. That could be all these people's jobs.
Now, at least you know, well, understand what certain things she's fine going into versus others. At least she's the few of them that can actually go into ice and the earth one, because they don't stick to her. Which is kind of interesting.
Well, how big these fucking cities and stuff are, I think this continent will pay for itself. I really do.
Yeah, but they're trying to expand, but they're having issues.
Yeah,
The Older and Gurgans won't stop it. They're being dumb. Anyways. They won't stop burning our seeds so we can put more 7-Elevens around. So we can give soft drink chin and donut chin, make people fat. Just kidding. And diabetes. Anyways, I'm done.
Well, except products which can't get fat.
I know.
And if they do get fat, they don't stay fat for long.
I know. They're just like, it's somewhat a general like store because it does have things that are not food in their store. Because like more like fire starters and things and other sort of items in there as well. They did have food. They also had other items too, utility-like items in there. But one thing weird about them, those stores never sell weapons or armor. They just sell items that basic other items, the little common utility items you would need, like rope and stuff like that. And very simple tools to do things with. Like, but sadly lighters don't exist. Well, they kind of do have lighters, but they're the rune kind. She could have gotten those, but she didn't.
She doesn't need it. She doesn't need it because you quote Skeletor, you can't fuck me, I'm already dead. Nah.
I was referring to a lighter.
I know, but that's her expression towards like the cold. And like, you can't fuck me, I'm already dead.
But what happens if you want to cook something over a fire?
I guess I'll just eat it cold then. I don't know what to tell you.
Uh,
Yeah, that's Gilbo's quote against the cold. She's like, "Can't freeze me. I'm already dead." Yeah. Well, you may be able to fuck off on my companions. You can't do shit to me. Yeah. So they're dying, freezing in the snow. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to laugh. Yeah. Because when they beg me for a ladder so they can save themselves, I'm going to sit here and say, "Nah, fam, I'm good." Eh.
weirdness. Anyways, generally chaos.
Yeah, because Gilbo was just traveling and had that conversation of, I don't have much to fear. I'm a lich.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, and it's not like my phylactery can be destroyed by anybody.
I know. And also, she's not a normal lich like anyone else, because she's classified as alive but not alive. It's kind of weird, a weird situation with her. That's why she looks normal. That's what's unique about it. Also, she feels normal too. Ever's, not like a dead corpse.
Just trying to fuck me? Well, fuck you, boob. I'm already a lich. It's like you're horny, man. I will counter spell your erection.
Interesting.
Oh.
Well, at the moment, I think generally, I guess they will still just kind of I guess at this time of passing, to get to the one city someone's trying to get to, and someone gets to the source of it, eventually gradually gets to the problem they need to get to, fungi. Okay.
So yeah, the next morning. What time of night would it be as he approaches?
To the central area where he's thinking there's the issue is, and he's like, yeah, it's getting. When he gets about to right when the next morning they're still speeding. He gets to an area where there's this massive fucking mushroom.
Well,
yes. Is like, I'll deal with this.
Well,
pops out of the thing.
I think we found the fungus among us. He says that's a joke.
Just gonna
She's
deal
dealing
with
with
it
that.
next time.
Yeah. But it's good. Well, it's kind of going to be cleaned right now. But generally the same that is going to be dealt with. It is. That's fine. I guess
Oh,
we're
are you
going to
gonna
generally.
what are you calling it, Catbox?
Yeah.
That's fine. Fine.
Alright.
See you around, Catbox.